Lewis Hamilton just pulled off a stunning charge at Imola, and now he's heading to Monaco with bold new ideas. But with Ferrari's Saturday struggles still haunting them, can they turn it around on F1's most unforgiving stage? Let's dive in. After a gutsy charge from 12 to 4 at the notoriously tight Imola circuit, Lewis Hamilton is heading to Monaco with renewed confidence and some bold new ideas. The seven-time champ and teammate Charles Leclerc turned a dismal qualifying into a double points finish for Ferrari, shaking off the Saturday blues in style. Despite feeling devastated by their lack of one-lap pace, Hamilton praised the race day setup and proved he still has the fire, slicing through the field in a drive that has him itching to experiment. Though he admits not everyone on the Ferrari pit wall may be on board. I've got some ideas that I'm going to try and apply this week that people have been a little bit reluctant to do it, I think because we've had lots of other things to focus on. But hopefully we can find something, some more performance. Hamilton played the long game at Imola, patiently carving his way through the field during an extended opening stint. He finally pitted on lap 29 under a timely virtual safety car triggered by Esteban Ocon's stranded Haas. Rejoining in seventh, the veteran unleashed a clinical charge, dispatching former teammate George Russell, slipping past Alex Albon, and eventually snatching fourth from Charles Leclerc. The 40-year-old crossed the line just 1.4 seconds shy of Oscar Piastri's podium spot, proving there's still plenty of fight in the old lion. There's a ton of positives. The strategy was really fantastic. They made great calls, didn't put a foot wrong there. China, I felt really aligned with the car, and then the only other time was today. I felt that synergy. The setup was great in Imola. I think we made a bit of an improvement in our performance for the race. Just got to unlock that potential in qualifying. If we'd qualified better, we'd have been fighting for a podium. Ferrari has largely been the fourth best team in the 2025 season, with Lewis Hamilton's sprint win in China standing out as their brightest moment so far. Imola marked Hamilton's best Sunday drive of the year, in a campaign where Ferrari has managed just one podium finish, Leclerc's third place in Saudi Arabia. While the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix gave Hamilton a much-needed boost, the seven-time champ remains cautious heading into Monaco, aware that the streets of the Principality demand perfection. Our car is generally good in high speed, okay in medium, and maybe a little bit not as strong as the others in low. Obviously the next race is all low, so we've got to see how we can try and pull some more performance out. Every race I go to is the first time with this car, so I really have no idea what a Ferrari feels like in Monaco, he added. The races that we're coming up to, particularly Monaco, a track I've generally been strong at in the past. I hope we can take some of the learnings from this weekend. It will still be a question about getting the tyres working on a single lap. Ferrari salvaged a strong Sunday at Imola after a frustrating Saturday, with Lewis Hamilton charging from 12th to an impressive 4th, and Charles Leclerc coming home 6th. But despite the double points finish, team boss Fred Vasseur isn't sugarcoating the issues. Ferrari's one-lap pace remains a glaring weakness. Outside of Hamilton's stunning sprint pole in China, qualifying has been a consistent struggle. Leclerc's best Saturday result is 3rd, while Hamilton's highest Grand Prix starting position is just 5th. And while both drivers fought through the field at Imola, pulling off a similar recovery in Monaco, where overtaking is nearly impossible, will be an entirely different challenge. The issue is that we were much slower in quali yesterday, and then we start from P11 to P12. The weekend is difficult, but the recovery is good. Today was a good race with a very good strategy. Well executed, good pit stops, explained Vasseur. Everything went well. I think Charles Leclerc was a bit unlucky with the timing of the safety car, but nothing that we can do. In the end, we have just to improve on the quali pace, because when you start at P11 and P12, it's much more difficult. Hamilton's Imola charge was built on a clever long-run strategy, stretching his first stint on hard tyres while Leclerc took off on mediums. As the Ferrari pair found themselves running nose-to-tail once again, the team called for cooperation, this time avoiding the confusion that marred their Miami outing. But drama wasn't far off. In the closing laps, Leclerc came under pressure from Alex Albon, who was flying on fresher tyres. As Albon attempted a bold move, he ended up in the gravel, prompting the stewards to take a closer look. Leclerc insisted he had left enough space, but Ferrari played it safe, instructing the Monegasque to hand back the position and steer clear of a costly time penalty. We were clearly at risk. With 5 seconds, Charles would have been 10th or 11th. We had the feeling that they were more going in the direction of the penalty, Vasseur added. That's why we asked him to swap. I was a bit surprised with the fact that we had more overtaking than expected. When it's difficult and you have almost only one corner to overtake, it's a bit all in on this one. Heading into the race, both Ferrari drivers had been voicing concerns over braking issues throughout practice, issues that carried over into a disappointing qualifying session. And after watching both cars bow out in Q2, team boss Fred Vasseur didn't hold back, offering a blunt assessment of where Ferrari truly stands in the pecking order. I don't think that we have the best car. Even when we are in good shape in the race, we are not faster than the McLaren. We are there, probably, but not fast enough. What is clear is that over the last 3 or 4 races, we have always had a much better pace in the race than in qualifying. There is a bit of frustration for us. For sure, we need to put all our effort on this. Next weekend, Monaco, on Saturday evening, it will be almost done. We have to have much more performance on Saturday. Monaco is probably a bit different on tyre management. We have to do a much better job on Saturday next week. Charles Leclerc isn't holding out much hope for a turnaround at his home race in Monaco. The Monegasque admits there's no solution in sight that could bring immediate major improvements for Ferrari ahead of next weekend's Grand Prix. It's a sharp contrast to the emotional high of 2024, when Leclerc finally conquered the streets of Monte Carlo with a fairy tale home victory, one of just 2 wins that year. But 2025 has been far less kind. With only a single podium to his name in 7 races, Leclerc's frustration with the SF-25 is growing. As the second stop in the European triple-header looms, Leclerc heads into Monaco, unsure if lightning can strike twice. After last year's triumph, can he deliver again? Or will Ferrari's struggles continue under the glitz and pressure of the Principality? It will be a very difficult weekend. I think Monaco is exposing quite a few weaknesses of our car. So, I don't know. But there are also many things that you cannot really expect in Monaco. The amount of risk you take in qualifying. The car is set up in a very different way. With minimal turnaround time, what can Ferrari realistically do to avoid another disappointing result? By working hard, I mean this is the answer, but that's what we are doing. I don't think there's any silver bullet to the situation we are in. We just need to work and try to understand where this problem that we have in qualifying comes from, which is what is slowing us down at the moment, the Saturdays, continued the Monegasque. With momentum building and Monaco looming, Ferrari faces a crucial test. Can Hamilton's bold ideas and Leclerc's resilience turn frustration into redemption? One thing's certain, Saturday pace will be everything. Don't miss our full Monaco breakdown next week. Subscribe for more deep dives and updates from the heart of the paddock.